And we are back with the Yakuza series. The last episode I did on Yakuza was Yakuza Kiwami 2, a full-blown, modern remake of the PlayStation 2 game Yakuza 2. Before playing that one, I played both Yakuza 0 and Yakuza Kiwami 1, which, as you can expect, is a remake of the first game. Now, the funny thing about playing the currently available Yakuza games in chronological story order is that you start with 3 relatively modern games before moving on to 3 less modern games with the remastered trilogy of Yakuza 3, 4, and 5. Instead of getting fully remade like Yakuza 1 and 2, the 3 games after got remastered instead, as the name implies. This means that the games are mostly the same as they originally released on the PlayStation 3, only touched up just enough to work on modern systems. Based on Yakuza 3, since I have yet to play 4 and 5, I would say that they still feel fun to play despite their age. But I definitely felt the shift into an older era going directly from Kiwami 2. In that game, it was remade with a modern engine that made Kiryu's movements feel more natural and fluid. Yakuza 3, by comparison, features a Kiryu that's noticeably more stiff. When I say stiff, I don't mean it in a way that's hard to control, but more in a way that feels very direct. Like, whenever I turn him the other way, he just snaps to the direction I put in. Not really any subtle movement animations to indicate a turn. He's just always moving forward. Instead of like a dragon, I'd say he's more like a shark. But despite feeling older and not having all the modern conveniences, like how you would need to save at telephone boxes instead of saving instantly from the main menu, it's still your classic Yakuza affair with beating up jerks on the street, goofy sub-stories, and the occasional trip to the karaoke place that I suck at doing because I ain't got rhythm. Most series fans tend to consider Yakuza 3 the worst game in the series because the enemies have a habit of constantly blocking when you're trying to get hits in. Okay, full disclosure, I did not want to put up with any of that, so I just played the game on a lower difficulty. If my opinion is more positive than most, that's most likely the reason why. Full honesty here. Where Yakuza 3 really shines, in my humble opinion, is its story. Following the events of Yakuza 2, Kiryu decides to finally live out his dream of running an orphanage alongside his adopted daughter, Haruka. Unfortunately, it doesn't take long for Yakuza and political-related issues to rear their ugly heads as the state of the orphanage is suddenly put at risk with a land ownership dispute. This forces Kiryu to once again get himself involved in the gritty world of crime families and messy politics as he tries to save the orphanage. I said in the previous video that Kiwami 2 was my second favorite game in the series, but Yakuza 3's story was so impactful and emotional for me that it quickly went up as my current second favorite game. If I can get just a little personal for a quick moment, I have a day job that involves looking after children. So the moments in which Kiryu is looking after the orphanage kids felt very relatable to me personally. Looking after kids can be very tough, especially in a large group. Outside of these moments, Kiryu often interacts with a new character called Rikiya, who was also a huge highlight for me as I played through the game. He's a younger Yakuza member who looks up to Kiryu and often tries to help him, for better or for worse. It might not be the most modern looking or feeling game in the series, but Yakuza 3 genuinely surprised me with how much I ended up really enjoying it. Hopefully, they leave Kiryu alone in the next ones so that he can finally stay happy. Yeah, spoiler alert, they don't.